Hey everyone. Last week I made an install video as I put my new Wilbers shock absorber on the bike. So I came to make the video, do the editing today, and apparently my GoPro messed up, so I have no video. So I had this great trial and error kind of style video where I was trying all the things I had to do to get this shock off. And well, the only video that survived was a side-by-side comparison of the Wilbers shock compared to the OIM BMW shock. So, well, since I can't do an actual install video, at least I'm going to give you some hints just up front, because I mean this took me like 5-6 hours to do, and if I was going to do it again I'd probably do it in 2 hours or less. So basically I took the wheel off, I took the mudguard hugger, whatever you want to call it, I took that off. You had to take off these side panels, the tank cover, because the tank, believe it or not, actually has to come loose. Seats off, obviously. And then what you actually have to do is that you have to unbolt this bolt here. There's a nut on the back, so this has to come off completely. Same on the other side. And there's another one up here that you just have to loosen. And then you have to lift the tank up slightly out of the way and then pivot the whole rear section of the bike up. This is so that you can clear the battery box here, so you can get the top of the shock past the battery box, and you have to bring it out on top. Now I had some theories about bringing it out on from the bottom, which clearly didn't work out. So because I thought there was enough give basically in the exhausts, so unbolting the lower bolts I could bend the exhaust down. This turned out not to be the case. So, but if you have an aftermarket system, you might have room to drop it out underneath. And then you might say, well, if you just swing up the swing arm, well, yes, you can swing up the swing arm, but the hole here is so small that the pressure reservoir on the shock doesn't actually get through. So once you actually get it, the swing arm high enough to get it out underneath, you can't actually get the shock through the hole here. So yeah, unfortunately you have to take half the bike apart to do this. So if you're not very handy, well, put it in a shop, get them to do it. As you can see, this part of the shock now is actually the opposite direction of the stock one. So this has to be removed, and Wilbers will supply you a bracket, and the bracket actually amounts to this bolt there, so that bolt has to come off anyway. And you have to remove the old bracket for the brake reservoir, which was kind of, I don't know if it was up here or down here previously. I don't actually remember. And now this hose here is a little long, so I'm gonna go to my shop, my regular motorcycle shop, and I'm just gonna have them cut this thing, put a clamp on there, and vent the brake system, because apparently you need a computer to vent the brake system on this bike, which is stupid. Anyway, so here is the shock in all its glory. The preload adjuster is the stock one, and then you have these two new adjusters, which are fast and slow compression. So this thing retains the DDC functionality, the electronic shock absorber functionality, but it also adds this option for manual adjustment, so you can tailor make it a little bit more to your riding style. which is good. So yeah, it's not a whole lot more I thought I'd say on this matter. I mean, unfortunately I couldn't show you what I actually did to get it off, but at least it gave me a chance to let you know. So if anyone has any questions, I mean, I'll be happy to help anyone who's going to do this, but yeah, if you're going to bring it out to the bottom, through the bottom, you actually have to drop the entire exhaust. So and that means off with all the fairings and remove the oil cooler and the radiator, or not remove them, but unbolt them and push them to the side, hang them off somehow, and then you should be able to just drop it straight down, or sort of wiggle it down. But if you're not gonna mess with the exhaust, the other option is you basically have to pivot up the whole rear section of the bike. So I hope this helps. If anyone has any questions, let me know. So thanks for watching.